Hey everybody, this is me, Lance Meister from Grey Fox Games, the Undead Viking of the board game world. I'm here to talk to you today about mechanisms, and maybe not what you're expecting. Well, actually, if you look at the thumbnail, you're probably going to know what I'm going to talk about here. But before I dive into that, I would love for you to take some time to let me know what your favorite board game mechanism is, and what maybe is your favorite games that, or a few of those that have that board game mechanism in them. So, mechanisms. When we first started playing board games, we probably, we used mechanisms. We probably just didn't really categorize our games. If you played, say, Monopoly or Clue, you knew you were rolling a die and you were moving your pawn with the result that you got from that die. If you were playing a game like Mastermind, you knew that there was a deduction aspect to it, and you knew that deduction aspect, in a way, was present in the game Clue as well. We did these things without really recognizing, what we were playing. We were just playing a game. And as we got older, we realized that, there is this kind of set premise, this building block, if you will, that creates a game. Just because a game has worker placement in it, it doesn't mean that the worker placement works exactly alike. For example, there are worker placement games that when you place your workers out on the board, and once all the workers are placed, then everybody collects what they get. And there are worker placement games where you place a worker on the board and you immediately get the reward for doing so. It's a very slight difference, but the difference is there, but the mechanism still technically has its same base or root in the process of worker placement. What I have realized now with, you know, after playing games, designer board games, if you will, for, a lot, right, for over the last like 15 years or so, and also working in the hobby for like over a decade now. Geez, really? um, what I have realized is that a lot of these mechanisms, like I said, they have the same root, if you will. I mean, card drafting is still going to be card drafting, regardless of the type of game that you're playing that has picking a card and handing the rest to the person on your left. If that mechanism is going to work the same. There might be slight variations, but that root is still exactly the same. What I have been thinking about over the last, like, a couple of years is there really any new board game mechanism that exists out there? And I mean, obviously you could come up with something that says like, oh, we're gonna like juggle water balloons, and depending upon the amount of the disbursement of the liquid in a diameter when you drop a water balloon will determine exactly how many points a certain tile is worth. I mean, I'm coming up with something completely ridiculous here to prove my point. Yes, you could be like incredibly crazy and come up with some sort of mechanism, if you will. But I'm talking about something that like is like in actuality brand new. And I can't think of the last time I played a game that presented something that was completely new. And I'm not talking about like, oh, the way this game handles auctions is totally radically different from anything else that ever been played. I'm talking about something that is completely and brand new as far as how to play a game. And in a way that kind of makes me sad, right? Because it's been so many years since I've actually seen something, that base mechanism, seen something new. That could it be possible we've actually really like you spelunked all of that material out of the idea well? Or is it one of those things where we've just discovered all of the ones that we need? And I don't think like board games are in a rut by any means. Obviously, new ones are coming out all the time that are really interesting and really fascinating. But I wonder like when's the next time I'm going to open up a board game, crack open the rules, and say, oh my gosh, I this is completely new to me. And I'm wondering if when the last time you did that, when you opened up a game and you saw something that totally took you by storm as far as the newness of it. as far as for your game playing experience? And if so, tell me, because I want to play it. And I want to check that out, because it's something that it's, if you will, as they say, a unicorn right now. It's a unicorn that I'm searching for. So love to know what some of your favorite board game mechanisms are. Post those below. I'd love to know some of those games that have those mechanisms. Post those below. And if you really found anything new that just totally dazzled you, I'd love to hear that as well. Leave the suggestions below. I'll respond to every single comment I get. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Until next time, this is Lance Meister, the Undead Vikings from Gray Fox Games. Have a great day.